Good morning and welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where we focus on three things: self-reliance, food security, and emergency preparedness. And today's video goes directly to self-reliance. Oh, a month or two ago, we did a video that just knocked our socks off because so many people viewed it. And that was our one where we demonstrated some gadgets for seniors and for everyone else. It was so well received and so many wonderful comments, and also some requests. And there were people who said, could you find something that can help me with this, or find something that will help me with that? And so, and also other people suggesting some things, and we checked everything out. And so this is part 2 of gadgets for seniors and everyone else. And we have 8 new things, plus I need to revisit one thing that we showed last time. So that's where we're going to start. So we're going to come to this end. And this was one of the jar openers that I demonstrated, and I wasn't very pleased with it, and that came through in the video, obviously, and we had quite a few people say that they just love this and that I was using it the wrong way. Well, this has an up and a down, as they taught me, and so I was using it upside down, and so it wasn't working very well. And so I'm going to try it today, right side up. So that was one thing that they said. The other thing that they said was the best way to do it is just to wrap it around a jar and then use your hand to open it. Well, that may be fine for some people. That takes the place of a damp towel or a little silicone pad that I used, attempted to open some things. But some of us may need that extra leverage that this type of a jar opener does. So I'm going to try this, and I haven't tried it the right way. I haven't practiced, but on the inside you can see that there's a little rim right around here, and that rim needs to fit. And this one is too big. It just it's not, well, maybe. I don't want to do it wrong again. And so you do it with that little lip that fits over the top of the jar. Oh yeah, this one is too big. So I'd go to this next one, and then I'm going to come out here and attempt to open this. And
Are you straining a lot?
I am straining a lot. I'm at the limit of what I can do. I can't do it. I can't do it. But some people said that they absolutely loved this one. Now, I do need to open that, so I'm going to have to call on my never fail jar opener, Jim. I'm going to go take the camera for a minute, and we're going to see if he can open this. You got it. Was that pretty easy once you got it in the right place?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is this can opener. Now, you may have seen me using this can opener in some of our videos. We used it once with my sister Cindy and my brother-in-law John, and John was seeing this for the first time, and he just had a fit over it. It was the funniest thing. And so that's when we were making waffle desserts or something, and he just thought it was the greatest thing and had to rush right out and buy one. And so the first brand that we bought did not last very long. It got stuck and we couldn't get it off the can. And so this is a different brand, and we're not having any trouble with it. So the links to all of these things will be in the video, right below the video, so that you can click on them and check them out. The link for the other can opener that Jim used is in the other video, so that's there too. So I'm going to open these green beans, and the cool thing with this can opener is you just line up the lip of the can between these two things, and it then push start. The back side lifts up and it starts going around. It is not cutting downward the way most can openers use, leaving sharp edges on both the lid and the edge of the can. This is cutting in from the side, and it's just fantastic. When it gets back around to where it starts, it'll either give a little jump like that, and then you can just stop it, or sometimes you can hear it, or sometimes you just watch to see once it's made the full round. And so then you can pull it off like this. This is a magnet. It will pull up some lids, but not all lids. And so sometimes you just have to open it like that. And so this is not sharp at all. This is not sharp at all. And the great thing about this is it's ergonomically wonderful. It fits great in your hand. It's easy to use, so it's not like you're going to fumble and drop it. So we'll get these aside. Next up is this little clock. I just happened on this as I was perusing through Amazon, and I thought that this was just a really good idea. This is a regular clock. It has an alarm that you can set. It has a snooze button, but look at the special feature that it has. You may notice, if Jim can come up close, here is the upright position. Then there's the number 5, 15, 30, 45, and 60. So those are preset timers. So if I turn it this way with the 5 on the top, that buzzer will ring in 5 minutes. And it's counting down the time on the front of the screen. So you can just set a timer in those preset times. Not everybody has a smartphone or a watch that they can just speak to and set a timer. So this is a very cool thing if you use these preset times a lot. So we'll set that aside and let it buzz so you can hear the sound on it. Now this is more of a hint than a gadget. I fumble with keys a lot, especially when I was at the university and I had a big wad of keys and I couldn't remember which key was to what, and I would have to pull them out and try them and look at the numbers and that sort of thing. Well, I've streamlined all of that, and I've done that using this neon nail polish. Now these nail polish colors are not any colors that I would ever use, and so I went looking for a little packet of neon colors, and this was very inexpensive. I think maybe it was $9, I can't remember. A lot less expensive than those small jars of little airplane paint. And so this is what I did. These 2 keys open the same door. I have them on 2 different key rings. Gold or silver, regardless. If it's marked in green, it opens the same door. Now, these 2 are on our trailer. Our back ramp has 2 locks on either side of the ramp. We lower the ramp and we can drive Blue up in the trailer or drive it out. We use those locks to lock that door. We thought we were getting 2 locks with the same key, and it ended up that we had 2 different keys. And talk about confusion. I'm always fumbling. Jim opens one side while I open the other side, and inevitably I use the wrong key for whichever side I'm opening. Now I have 1 key for one side marked in orange and 1 in purple, and on the lock I have the corresponding color in a dot on that lock, so I can match them up in no time at all. So that's just a little clue. All right, now this was a request from one of our viewers who said, I would love to be able to have something that I can put lotion on my back. I just can't reach my back. And she obviously lives alone with no one to help her. So we found something, and this is the coolest thing. And so I'm going to try it out to see how it does. I'm just going to take my watch off here for a second and roll up my sleeve. And we're going to apply a little bit of lotion right here to this applicator side. And then using this, I'm just going to spread. Oh, it does a great job.
It feels wonderful.
It feels just great. Yeah, that works fantastic. And so you can have 2 angles. You can have this angle, or you can have this angle if you want to maybe do your legs or something. And so this is a great little tool to help. It's a lotion applicator. So that is that one. Okay, now I had a little fun, I have to admit. One of the things that Jim and I, for whatever reason, have just never done is use nightlights. We just haven't used them. We've got our phones. If we need to walk around at night, we just turn the flashlight on our phone and walk around. There are some times when I just cannot sleep. And so I get up and leave our bed and come through the dark house into the library and try to fall asleep on the couch in there. And so I just decided to bite the bullet and get some nightlights. I do not like a nightlight that shines a bright light in my eyes, because if I'm half asleep, I don't want to be awakened by a bright light. And so this is a set of 2. It comes with a set of 2. And these are just wonderful. So now we have one of these plugged in down the hall close to our bedroom, and another one right over here in the kitchen breakfast area, so that when I get up and stumble sleepily into the couch in my library, it is illuminating the floor, and the light doesn't come up or out this way. It just goes directly down to the floor, which is just great. This, we should all have night lights, and I know that many of you already do. And one of the things is having a night light in the bathroom, which is always a great idea. And this is where oh, this is just crazy. I found this little night light for the bathroom. And the thing about a night light in the bathroom, here's our timer. And so you just turn it right back up, and it turns that timer off. So I actually now keep this on my desk, and it's very handy. So anyway, a nightlight for the bathroom. The plugs are up above sink level, so you can plug in your hair dryer or your shaving or your shaver or whatever it is. And so a nightlight there shines directly in your eyes, unless you have a very, very dim one, which those are available as well. But these wouldn't work for me because it would put this right at eye level and it would shine right in my eyes. So I found this little gadget, and I thought, oh, this is just plain crazy. But what this is that it is a toilet bowl illuminator as a nightlight. And so this goes down in the toilet bowl. You lift up both lids, and if this is the lid of the toilet, it hangs this way so that this is down in the toilet bowl, and this points toward the door as a motion detector. And this little light shows all the colors in the rainbow. It starts off in one color, and then it moves to another color, and the only thing that is illuminated is the toilet bowl under the toilet seat. And it is just the funnest thing. I thought, oh, this just being ridiculous, I will never show this. But you know what? I'm loving this. It's just a kick. So there is that, 2 different kinds of night lights. Now for these 2 items, this one was also at the request of someone who said that she wrenched her knee terribly trying to get out of her truck one day when she had to twist her body around. And was there anything that might help her so that she wouldn't have to twist her body? Well, this is like a spinning seat, and I'm going to demonstrate that in just a moment. And then someone else said, is there any kind of a tool that can help me put socks on? I just can't bend over enough to get my socks on adequately, and it would really help. So we're going to demo. Here are my socks, and we're going to go over to my grandmother's vanity stool that I pulled out of our guest bedroom, and I'm going to demonstrate these. So the stationary part of this swivel seat has kind of a grippy surface. So you just put it right down on whatever, either your truck seat or anywhere in the house you want, wherever you want, and then you just sit on it. And then if you have difficulty twisting because of your back, you don't have to twist. You just can rotate on that swivel seat, just as cool as can be. And so I hope this is helpful to those of you who might need something like this. All right, now I am so tickled with this find. This, I've tried it out, and I have a good friend who has to wear compression socks. And so I gave it to her for a few days to try it out, and she loved it. She said it was a little bit hard getting the compression socks to thread on here, but getting the socks on was wonderful. So I'm going to show you how this works. So you just sit down, and I'm not on the swivel seat because I think that would disrupt things. I'm just going to, my feet get cold all the time, and so I have these crazy socks that I wear. And so you just simply thread the socks right on this part of the device and run them up. Okay, so the heel is right here in the sock, the toe is here. And then this just goes on the ground in front of you. And then with a rope in each hand, you slide your foot in this little cave, and you want, first of all, the sock to come straight across the floor, parallel to the floor. And so you just pull that way, and then once you get to your heel, then you pull up, changing the angle, and on goes that sock. And so then it comes up high enough that you can then pull it up all the way if that's what you're wanting. So let's put the other one on so you can see it again. That was easier that time. So that on the floor, and then foot inside with your toes in the toe of the sock, pulling my pant leg up here, and putting that sock on. And it's high enough that I can then get it up here. Put my shoes back on, which are those kind of slide in. You don't have to worry about bending over, and we are good to go. All right, so here are the gadgets we did today. We reviewed this one from last time. Then we have the can opener and the timer clock that you set just by turning it, and it sets the time. A hint on how to manage keys if you need that. And then a great lotion spreader for hard to reach places. The 2 night lights, the one that lights up a floor if you plug it in low. And then this one, this is kind of my favorite thing, the toilet bowl illuminator. Here's our swivel cushion, and then we have this wonderful sock helper. So we may have pretty much exhausted what we can find, but we are willing to do yet a third video if some of you have suggestions of things that you think others might benefit from. So let us know what you think, and thank you so much for being with us today. We have appreciated it, and we've had a good time. So we'll see you very soon for more videos.